Okay, hey guys, good morning. How's the Labor Day weekend? So I hope you have fun one. So although this year we don't have the CFL, but still, we have a great Labor Day weekend. So okay, so let's start S2 English lesson for this year. I'm sorry that we have to do it online, but we'll meet soon. So okay. So today we have all our English teacher for S2 here, and we will introduce ourselves to you, and then you will follow example, and then do your own self-introduction. We want to know you now. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to introduce myself last time when you came to school in person. But I'm Mr. Wong. I teach Csjss. So 2P I mean. Okay, so this is a self-introduction worksheet that you receive on Google Classroom later today, and then you receive a similar exact same one, and you just fill in these blanks, and then you will have your self-introduction. Of course, you can add something more interesting or something more, or even draw a picture of yourself in your self-introduction. That is fine. So I just show you my own example, and you can learn how to make your own self-introduction. Alright? So this is my introduction. So you have to say, okay, just pay attention. This is the exact same. My name, this is the identical one. You see the longer underline here? It's the same thing here. Okay, right here. My name is, I'm Kai. So this is my real name, Kai Wong. So, and then yeah. So I will write myself introduction, write my name here. My name is Kai. So say that if your name is Josephine. My name is Josephine. Write your name here in the first blank. Alright? I live in. So is your I don't need to know address flat 2405 Csjss Estate. I don't need to know that. Just tell me briefly where you live. So for me, I live in Tai Po. That is far away. So from home. Okay, from here. And then just remember this part, you write down briefly where you live. Maybe most of you live in Csjss, or maybe some of you live in Chuan, or Shimshui Po, on and on. So just make sure that right here. Okay. And then I am an English teacher at St. Joseph Secondary School. So because you see the same blank here. For you, of course, you're not teacher, I am, or we are. And then you guys are students, so you make sure you put a student here. Of course, if you say that you have other duty, I wouldn't mind you put it here. And I would like to read, just make sure here, for you, is student, alright? So, you get I live in Tai Po. I am an English teacher at St. Joseph Secondary School. Okay, here you said I am a person, and then you see that in gray, it is said here description. Meaning that something you can describe yourself. Say that how you say about yourself. You're a happy person, or you are a sad person, or pessimistic person, anything. Just think of one adjective, 形容詞. So to describe yourself, you can be anything, pragmatic, on and on. Anyway, one adjective. You can put a few more if you want, but make sure that this is supposed to put an adjective. Okay, what do you think I am? So if you have to put a one adjective to describe me, what do you say about me? How would you say? So I think that we already taught you about some of the online lesson rules. You have to supposed to know how to respond to teacher. You for here, you type it in your comment. So I on this here, I'll give you like can I give you like 30 seconds? Like give me some description of me. Just saying, I want to hear from you. Anything you want. Yep, description of this guy is your call. So I want to know. Just saying. All right. So no, okay. I don't see any comments. So maybe you don't know me not yet. But maybe someday when you know me a little bit more, you know. So like what kind of person I am. Like I want to hear from you. Okay, for me, I can say I'm a joyful person. I'm happy. I like to laugh at everything. I like to laugh at like fortunes. Or I love like something about like like anything that like people have like that is like awesome. Okay, like joyful person, and I'm always happy. And this is like explaining a little bit about myself. Say that I'm like an awful joyful person, so that means I'm happy. So I want to like put it down. Make sure that like I'm explaining myself. And I like what did Mr. Wong like to do? Well, I like singing and playing guitar, and that's like one of my hobbies. I like to do that a lot. And then I'll talk about my favorite. You can put because like this part for you is blank. You can say like my favorite athlete, 運動員, my favorite teacher, like and then or anything, your favorite person, your favorite idol, anything. And for me, I'll put down my favorite singer, 歌手 is. So see like who's my favorite, and that's Csjss Straight, and this is Csjss Straight. And when I play guitar and sing song, I pretty much look like him, except without the hat, which I only want. Okay, my favorite singer is Csjss Straight because he has a great voice. Now I complete my like introduction. Now we hear from other teacher, and then at the end I want to hear yours. So I'll just pass the time.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Wong. All right. Good morning, as two students. Okay, wonderful. Now, it is good. We can see your feedback in the chat room. So. Try to give response, okay? Wonderful. Mr. Wong, student knows that they know you like singing and play guitar.
Excellent.
Okay. Now, so let me introduce myself to you. My name is Long Kip Mui, and I live in the New Territories. And I am an English teacher at St. Joseph Secondary School. Okay? I'm a caring person. I like to listen to other people's problems. And my hobbies, I like gardening. And my favorite person is Mother Teresa. She is Mother Teresa. Why? Because she helped many poor people. So, I've done my version of introducing myself to you. Okay? So now, let me pass it to another S2 teacher to you. He will introduce himself to you.
So hello everyone. You can call me Mr. C, okay? I will be teaching 2A and 2C, okay? So let me introduce myself first. So my name is, you can write down your English full name or you just write down your nickname. For example, for me, I'm called Stephen, okay? So I live in Csjss, also close to our school, okay? So I am an English teacher at St. Joseph Secondary School. So for me, I am an energetic person, so I'm full of energy, okay? And then I'm always happy, and I like playing football, and I also like, well, this is the character of what? Iron Man, okay? So my favorite singer is Chen. So did you heard him sing any songs, or you know any songs from Chen? Okay, so because he has a great voice, so this is my introduction. Okay, so I will pass to next teacher, okay, to introduce himself.
So thank you, Mr. Steve, Mr. Wong, and also Ms. Long. So I'm the last teacher to introduce myself. I'm Mr. Chen Ying Leng, okay, and I'm going to teach 2B. Alright, so I believe 2B students already know me, but for 2A and 2C students, let me introduce myself once again. I'm Mr. Chen. So my name is, this is exactly my Chinese name, Ying Leng, alright? I live in Chunwan, okay, that means the place where I'm living, alright? I'm an English teacher, teaching at St. Joseph Secondary School. So I'm a vigorous person. Vigorous is an adjective, so just now I saw the chat room. I saw some students asking, okay, what should I put here in the description? So make sure you have to put an adjective, 形容詞, okay, to describe yourself, okay? Vigorous means strong, energetic. So if you don't know this word, you can copy it down, alright? I'm a vigorous person. I'm always cheerful. I like playing music and playing football, just like Mr. C, we like playing football. And just like Mr. Wong, we like playing music, alright? So my favorite athlete is this guy. His name is called Zlatan Ibrahimovic, okay? So you can see some photo here. Why I like him? Because I think he works very hard, okay? So we should learn from his attitude, okay? So these are my hobbies. So just now we finished introducing 4 teachers to you guys, okay? So all Form 2 students, you should know us now, right? So for the next part, we are going to introduce the classroom rules. So I will pass the time to Mr. C.
Thank you for Mr. Lei Ga Yuk, right? Okay, Lei Sing Yuk, all right? So now, he's so bright. He knows that there is a wrong spelling. Yes. Okay, now class pay attention. Wrong spelling should be C-A-R-I-N-G, caring, C-A-R-I-N-G. So this is wrong, all right? So, now, Mr. C.
Okay, so let me continue to explain about the classroom rule for you, okay? So, although we are having the online lesson, but we still have some rules for our tutorial, okay? So, number 1, you should be punctual. So, that means you need to be on time to join your online tutorial. So, every Tuesday, okay, what time? 11 a.m. Okay, so please get ready for your online tutorial, and it's better to get in the chat room or the YouTube live 3 minutes before the starting time, okay? So besides, you need to be punctual, and also you need to be responsive to our teachers, okay? So you need to say hi in the chat room, okay? So for those who are using the computer, you can see your chat room right here, okay? And then for those who are using tablet or mobile phone, you can see your live chat room under here, okay? So just say hi or keep response to your teachers or answering the questions, okay? Just type your answer or what you want to say to us, okay? And it will be counted as your daily mark. I will further explain later, okay? And then for the materials that you need, 3 important things that you need to prepare before the lesson, okay? The first one is the treasure prep and your textbook, and then the second one is performance, the assignment book, and also very, very important, your notebook, okay? So I will explain one by one, okay? So first one, I will introduce the treasure plus, which means the textbook. So once we are talking about the treasure plus, or we're having the lessons in the school, okay, at school, when the teacher asks you to please take out your treasure plus, which means you need to take out what? Your textbook, okay? So in green one, and then it will be used for the whole year, okay? So it divided to 2 books you should have. One is 2A and one is 2B. So for the first term, we are using the 2A. Okay, so please be remember and be careful to bring the correct one. Okay, so don't tell us, oh teachers, I brought the textbook, but I bring the wrong one. So it is not okay. Okay. And then you may need to take the photos of your work and upload to your Google Classroom for some assessment that are related to the textbook. Okay, textbook exercise. Okay. For example, we ask you to take a photo of your treasure press page 2 to 3, and then you need to take a photo of your work and then upload it, okay? And then the next one is the performance, okay? The performance is like this one. You can see 2 little cute birds with the headphone, okay? So it is our listening book, okay? So you guys should be familiar with for you, because last year you should have the one, and then it is a blue one, I think. Okay. And then for the listening book, you should also have the data file. You can see right here, data file book. Okay. So it is used for your integrated task, which means you need to, besides listening to the audio, you also need to read the data and then copy some ideas or example from the data file book, and then you to finish your integrated task. Okay, so please write down your name in both two booklets, okay, to make sure you won't miss it, okay? And then for the SDL one, we call as the notebook. It's used for note taking. Maybe we will have some pre-exercise, pre-study exercise, or while you're having the lesson, you need to take down the notes for the important things for you to review later. Or you may have some post exercise, maybe the class teacher or will distribute some little tasks for you to do after school. Okay, so for 2A and 2C, you should already have your notebook from your English teacher a few days before. Okay, so please check it out and then write down some notes for today. Okay, and then it will also count as your daily mark. Okay, so now I will explain the daily mark for you. For example, for the CA mark, we call as daily mark. Okay, it is very, very, very important. So I say 3 times. Okay, so for the mark allocation will be distributed to 5 different parts. The first one is the dictation. So we will have some dictation for the vocabulary, and then maybe for the passage in the textbook, or for B class, maybe have some unseen dictation. Okay, so it contains 20%. And then we will also have almost or around 8 pieces of writing. Okay, so, and then it's also contain 20%. And then for the quiz, we will have some unit quiz or vocabulary quiz after when we finish each chapter or each unit, okay? For some revision. And for the fourth one is the homework or the assignment. Okay, so please be remember that although we are having the online tutorial, we still have homework to do. You still need to hand in your assignment in the Google Classroom. So please check your Google Classroom, okay? And it's also contained as 20%. So your mark will be counted as your homework, okay? And then the last one is the class performance and also your SDL. So please write down your notes into your SDL, and then you need to participate during the lesson. For example, for now, for this situation, you need to respond into your chat room, okay? So this, I wish you to write this down in your notebook as the first notes to written down into the SDL, okay? So I'll upload the PowerPoint later, so please check it and then write down your note, and then you need to take a photo of it and then as your assignment, okay? Oh, okay. So I will pass the pass to Mr. Wong to continue.
Okay, so today we will learn our first teaching material, that is a simple present tense and simple past tense. And today we will learn how to use these two tenses and how to distinguish these two tenses. Alright? So I'll just have I'll cover the simple present tense first. So I will do it really quickly because it's something that we have learned last year, if not in primary school. Alright? So for simple present tense, we'll talk about something that are always true. So like these two, Tom and Joe are boys. Tom, Joe, boys, forever. Well, you can make an argumentative case, but not in here, please. So, okay, so these are things that are always true. So, they are boys, present tense. Well, when it's time that you say were, when they were dead, alright? So when they were gone, we'll start to use past tense, alright? Okay, And then for like a simple present tense, and then think like that's the second rule. Things that are true now. Okay, Paul lives in a big house. So in a self-introduction, you say like, I live in Tai Po. That is true. You live in Csjss. That is true. The other things that are true now, you use present tense. All right, present tense. And like we always like use the present tense for like this one as well. Sandy likes swimming. I like singing and playing guitar. Mr. Chan likes football. Like these are something that's true. Like Miss Long like Mother Teresa, and then like Mr. C like superheroes, and like these are feelings, opinion, preferences. They are true, and then these are preferences. All right. Okay. And then, like this one, we talk about like things that we do regularly. That means that like Peter and Jackie go to school by bus. That's happens like every school day. That's something regular. Say that like, Jackie goes to school at 7:45 every Monday. So that is like a recurring event, right? There's something like every Monday. There's something that like we categorize, something we do regularly. So that is the time we use like simple present tense. All right. So to like show like more clearly like something that happens and add the expression of time. So the last like make sure that we know like something that happens, we like use a time. Make sure that like these like we add time here, so like every day, every Saturday, every Monday, every morning, and on, like these expression of time. Like go to it every, that means that is recurring. We tell them, oh, so that means that like it will happen like this Monday, next Monday, and the Monday following, until like on. And these are the time that like we will tell our tell our reader that like we're supposed to use like present tense. All right. When we have these are the clue. The word like every is the clue. Like a 關鍵字 tell you to understand. We supposed to write present tense here. All right. So here's an example. Every day, Mary has piano lessons. Sally goes jogging every day. Like you see the word like every here. We'll use present tense. You see like present tense here. And then I'll tell you like how you should like put it when you're supposed to. Okay, so positive and negative statements in the simple present tense. And then like the last one, we always have like these likes, and then swimming. She likes swimming. And then we like the last few sentences, and they are all positive statement. Positive statement mean 正面嘅. They are not like negative. 不是否定式係啦. Okay, so you have seen that like say that like if they put in a negative statement, it will be something that like I did not like kimchi. 我唔中意食泡菜. I don't like red, the color red, and then like that would be something a negative statement. But like for this, when you have a not, that's a negative statement, and you don't have a not, that is a positive statement, right? Okay, so these are like the negative statement look like. When it is not, or don't, or like doesn't, same thing. So like we saw like earlier the positive statement for the same sentence. The negative one would be I don't like swimming. He doesn't like swimming. Like this one is the negative statement. It is just a quick revision, alright? If you have questions, like comment it at the like a comment below, live chat thing. So like we will know like what are your questions. Because like this is just quick revision. You're supposed to know this one, alright? Okay, so this is like example like a negative statement. Sally doesn't go to school on foot. On foot means you walk to school. You don't have to take any like public transports. No bus, no MTR, just walk. She goes to school by bus. So she takes the bus. And then that means that like this is like a negative statement. And you see that negative statement. So I hope you remember when we use like third person singular, that means that he, she, it. In present tense, we'll put an s. We put an s at the end of the verb. And in some cases, it's es or like just change like a little bit about the verb form. But like here, you can see that like for the negative form, where it says Sally does not go to school, we will put the s here on the come with the doesn't, and then like right here, they remain infinitive. That means like the original form, alright? This is infinitive. That means 最原本嘅版本。你哋如果喺本書最尾嗰頁 appendix 嘅嗰啲 irregular verb table，就係喺嗰行字最左嗰欄，最左嗰欄得唔得？最左手邊嗰欄 ，OK。Okay, she goes to school by bus. Alright. So, how do we form verbs in the simple present tense? Okay, and then now we will talk about exactly right here. When is I, we, you, they, like these we use bare infinitive. 原本嘅版本 we call bare infinitives. Eat, play, work, go. The original form, right? Like it's not doesn't like come with anything that like we asked at the end, right? Okay, and then he, she, it, and these are person singular. And then when we see this, and like the subject is he, she, it, sometimes they don't like tell you it's he, she, it. They say like Peter or Mary or like the dog. A dog we for any animal is it. So like this one is like third person singular. We with the word like as here. So eats, plays, goes, works. All right. So forming the like third person singular. Okay, most of the verbs you just put an s at the end. Like it, gives, like, likes, walks, good. Put an s. So say that like it's a new word, and you don't have a dictionary like next to you, and you have to make some guesses. You have to write like a sentence with like third person singular. Just put an s next to next to the verb. All right. And here are some like irregular one, random one. Verb ending in ss, x, sh, ch, o, e, and es. You don't have to like memory it by like heart memory, and when you see it, like you use it multiple times and you remember it. Okay. So like this one, miss, misses, makes, mixes, brush, brushes, watch, watches, do, does. All right. These are the example of like the irregular one, right? And then we have something that like really ended like a interesting one. And these are also like a little bit rare as well. Word ending in a consonant letter Y, and then in Y you deleted the Y and put es. Cry, cry, fly, fly, reply, replies. Well, this one is you just like you see like multiple times you remember it. You don't have to like remember it like by. You don't have to remember it like by heart memory. Just like yeah, just like by like yeah, you remember it when you see it multiple times. All right, okay. And these are the really irregular ones. And then for junior form level, this is basically the only one that you ever learn. Have, has. All right. This is basically the only one. Just remember this one. Okay. So remember not to add an s to the main verb after does or does not. These are the main verbs. So each sentence has only one main verb, like the one the real verb. So the one that like come with like after not or after to, they are not main verb. They are not real verb. All right. So these are okay and these are not okay. So not likes. That's not likes. No, that's not like. Just remember this rule. Basically, only one verb that has like you need to put an s like in a present tense, verb present singular present tense sentence. No, all right. No s. All right. Remember, this is the wrong one. This is the correct one, right? Okay. Statement with the word like verb to be. Be is also a really odd one in the simple present tense sentence. So be is a really odd one. Now we know like some of the form they change in be, and then we know some more like in form 3 as well. Like you keep learning like this interesting variation of be, like a different form, different like look of be. So when you say be itself is a verb, but like I say that like a verb present singular he, she, it, right? We don't call bees. No, bees is. He is Finn. She is Finn. Alright? And for like I is am. I am. Alright? I am Ka Hei Wong. I am Finn. And then like for you, we, they, and we will use are. Alright? Are right here. I hope that like you just remember from your primary school and now you remember all these rules, right? For the negative statement, basically the same thing. You put the not like at the end of the be, the different form. I am not thin, like we are not thin. She is not thin. Same thing. Just put a not after the word like any variation of be, right? So here's like an example. Tall. Tom is tall. He is not short. Alright? Tom, tall, not short. Alright? Got it? This one is a be. This one is also a be. They just change the form. Alright? So ask like a yes and no question in simple present tense question. These are question form of present tense. You put like do in the front. That's like auxiliary verb right here. I, we, you, they, he, she, it like singing. Does he like singing? Do you like singing? Okay. Make sure you remember it's not are. Is this because this is a present tense sentence? So not like are you like singing? Not are because I use do. Remember, these two is the present tense. So you form like questions. All right. Okay, and that's how you answer it. Like these, like a yes and no question. Yes, I do. Yes, she does. Or in a negative form, say no, they don't, and no, she doesn't. The same thing. So you remember, put it like you have this one here. Say that if the question comes with like a verb. Like after the word does, make sure it is the very infinitive, the original form, alright? Does Sally like jogging? Yes, she does. No, she does not. She doesn't. Alright? Okay, so like this also like another like verb to be like question like am I thin? Are you thin? Is he or she thin? This is the verb to be form instead of, this is a verb to be form. You use the word be and swap it to a different form into this one. Okay, this is not present continuous. You don't have to put ing. This is present tense, alright? We have learned this like in primary school. So maybe like you also remember just matching whatever verb they put. Say that like, am I thin? If like yes, yes I am. No, I'm not. The same thing. So just remember like this chart. So you, okay. Is Tom tall? Yes it is. He's not. Okay, this is I hope this revision help you refresh your memory from your primary school. You should know all this like by heart from your primary school. So remember not to use short form to give positive short answer. Yes, she. Like this one is not acceptable. And yeah, this is like when you say yes, she is, and then you can't say like she and put an apostrophe s. This is not available in this sort of answer, alright? So just a quick review, we use a simple present tense to talk about something always true now, feelings, something you do regularly. And I hope you can apply all of these when you talk about where do you live, what do you like, what are your feelings about, or what's something you do regularly in present tense, alright? So I've covered the present tense. Now we move on to talk about the past tense. When you do a self-introduction, you always need a past tense to help you to to deliver your self-introduction to your audience, alright? Alright, so we use simple past tense to talk about something happened in a definite time in the past. Something that happened in the past. Say that I was in primary school, or you were in primary school, because none of us are in primary school anymore. So we use past tense. We don't say that I was in you don't say that you say that now it's going to be secondary school, you say I am in secondary school, but you talk about the past, you have to change it to past tense, alright? And here's an example. Yesterday, we went to the park. Say that if this is a present tense, we say go to the park, right? And then we change the word go here into went. That's the past tense. And then the word yesterday here, yesterday, jogging. So it just gives you some clue about which tense are you supposed to use in this, in the sentence, the following sentence. It's a clue word, okay. And here's another example. Last Sunday, something happened in the past, right? 過去咗嘛. Ben watched a movie. This is a thing. This is a present tense version, and you have a past tense version. Just put an ed here, alright? So, how do we form regular past verbs? So like I said, most verbs just add ed. Makes, waited, walked. So, for this one, I want you to remember, when a word end with TED or DED, I need to hear it, too, waited. So, and then ending with an E, this one, arrived, you just put a D, because they already give you the E for D here. And there are something that ending with a consonant Y, the same thing with present tense. We drop the Y and put IED, so the same line, right? You see that? Fly. So same thing. Okay. And lastly, we have how. And yeah. And then we have also have a short verb ending with a vowel and a consonant. Double the consonant and ed. But this one is this is a really odd one. So if you just remember it, that would be nice. Like the word swimming, you saw that swimming earlier, they're 2M, and that's the same thing. So for ing form, that's the same thing for ed, except a swim, last past tense is not swim ed, but anyway. Or per, you just double consonant. Consonant we learn more you should learn it in your phonics book. Consonant means words that is not A, E, I, O, U, right? And then I will put double the consonant and ed, but this is a odd one. Just try to remember it when you see it. You don't have to remember by hardcore, alright? And how do we form irregular past verbs? Do you know any irregular past verbs? Well, I just show you one. Went. You remember the word go, went, gone? You probably learned that from your primary school. The word went is a special one. When go, we talk past tense, it's not G-O-E-D, go. It's went. Alright? These are irregular ones. This one, you have to remember by heart code. You have your irregular verb table at the back of your textbook. and you will remember all these are verbs, they will sing first, but like that. Just remember there, right? And these are some of the interesting ones. Change the vowel letter I and change A. Drank, ate, one. Okay. And these are even like the really old one. They can just change the word. Ate, read, saw. And this one, you have to learn them by heart. You have no guesses. You can't guess it. There are no rules about this one. You have to remember it. Like, okay, this one will appear in your quizzes and your dictation. We'll practice more later. All right. Okay. So the word be, to be, as I mentioned, the be, they have like a different variation. In present tense, we have like am, are, is. And for past tense, we have was and were. So it's simple to remember. I, we, you, they, we use am, is and am, right, in present tense. And then I, we use are in present tense, right? We change it to were. Anyway, so when you say they, we, you, we supposed to use are, but in past tense were, is and am, we use was. So I was 7-year old. Or she was a teacher, and that's I use was, alright? So how do you form my statement in simple past tense? This is positive statement, so just change the, we learned how to form sentence in present tense, okay, right? Just change the verb from present tense to the past form. You got it. I won't explain too much about this one. And have also had really all ending, had, alright? They had dinner. And then I was happy, they were happy. So, I made a cake yesterday. It was delicious. These are the clue words yesterday here, and tell you it's supposed you use past tense, alright? And this the same thing go with the negative statement. So did not, just the same thing with a present tense, change to do. And then we don't use the past form of the verb at the back. This is the main form, the main verb, right? Same with present tense. We use bare infinitive. We don't have to change verb. We don't have to change the cried or ran here. Just keep it like the original one. Okay, so we didn't bake a cake yesterday. We weren't in the mood. So, this is an example. This one, original one, right? Only change this one into past form. Same thing in here. Okay. So, and then we use there, verb to be in the past, simple past tense, talk about present people, things in the past. Okay, I'll just quickly, so now we have learned the basic of these past tense. I will show you a quick, a quiz about how to do this one, alright? Okay, this one is a question form. Maybe I should cover this one. Okay, the question form. So before we do question form, we talk about is and are in the present form, right? Just change it to past tense. Miss Chan was my home economics teacher last year. We just changed the verb be into was and were, and we've got the past tense. Okay, and then this one, where did you go? You just change this one do into the past tense, and we keep the this WH word. Remember this one remain unchanged. Okay, now we just talk about something in the past. We use past tense, and then when you introduce yourself, I hope you don't use past tense, because you only use past tense when you are there. All right. So these are the mixed tense exercise. I'll just quickly. Okay, here. Nancy. So which one is supposed to be? This one is something that I constantly write, right? So Nancy, girl, is she? So it's supposed to be like. So Nancy likes milk. Okay. For this one, Susan blank to 4 an hour ago. That means past tense. This one is like on because like past tense is flat. So I hope you're okay. And then like Victoria always, and then like blank about a painter. That's like something that like recurring. That she always think about this. So and she's a girl, and that would be like she always dreams about being a painter. The Hanson brothers, like, and then blank, the hands every morning, recurring, right? There's a hint. That means that like they are supposed to be feet here. So present tense, because this one is plural. And then like shape, just like to the point. Just gone. So gone, that means there's something that happened, right? So that means past tense. Remember the arrive, and then you put a D here. And it's supposed to arrive. Alright. And then I'll just skip this one. Alright, so I'll give like this is like the quick like revision about your present tense and past tense. You have like your like a very small like a short like a quizzes exercise like on Google Classroom. Make sure you cover this one out. Pass the time to this one to talk about the homework.
Okay, now as two students, we still have, give me 3 more minutes, all right? So now, firstly, when you report to us, you have to put your real names. Xiu Wu Lei, can you put your real name as well? Xiu Yu, John, okay? Now, if we cannot find your real name, suppose you are absent, okay? So please, log in with your real name. Now, so far now, today, Mr. Wong studied the past tense, simple present tense with you. Okay, now in this week, you have homework to do. So, all the homework, you have to log into the Google Classroom to do your work. So, what will be your homework in this week? All right, now, as two students, now today is Tuesday, 8th of September, right? Today you have homework to do, note taking, take notes. Tomorrow, Wednesday, you have to do the grammar exercise. So what are the grammar exercises? That is the simple present tense and the simple past tense. Mr. Wong has gone through with you before. And Thursday, you have to write something. I will tell you later what you have to write. On Friday, you have to do speaking exercise. So what you have to do, I will tell you later. Now, so that means this week you have 4 days homework. Today, tomorrow, and Thursday and Friday. Now, today what you have to do, take notes. Mr. C already told you the CA marks. CA marks will be part of your examination marks, okay? So, if today you haven't taken any notes, doesn't matter, maybe this afternoon, watch this YouTube again, okay? And take out your exercise, SDL book, 2A and 2C student. You've already got this one, right? Take out this exercise book and watch this YouTube again. Take down all the notes teacher has taught you, okay? After taking down all the notes, what you have to do, you have to take photo, okay, of your notebook, what you have written down. After taking the picture, you have to send the picture to the Google Classroom. Once your teacher receives your picture, it's done. You will have marks. So that is the work you have to do today. Take notes. And then Wednesday, what you have to do, go to Google Classroom. You will find, an Google form question exercise about the simple present tense and past tense, okay? Please do it and send to your teacher. And Thursday, what you have to do, now, 4 teachers have demonstrated, show you how to introduce themselves to you, right? You have to write the same things, tell us, and your name. Now, if you like, you can tell some more. The more you write, the higher marks you will have, okay? But this is an example. So after writing your introduction, your name, your personalities, the things you like, then submit to your teacher, to the Google Classroom, okay? This is the work you have to do on Thursday. Writing, introduce yourself. Friday, what you have to do? Now, you've already written down your self-introduction, right? So get that one. If you can, don't look at it, okay? Try to present. Record it. After recording, send to the Google Classroom, to your teacher. Okay. So that's all the work you have to do in this week. Understand? So that's all for today. Thank you for your watching. Bye-bye.